Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Shyam Isaiah. I hope you are doing great. If you are a trader, you could probably know what is triangle pattern and how it works. You have seen 95% of the traders in social media talking about triangle patterns and telling you guys how to trade a triangle pattern and showing you the proof that they have taken up the trade on trading triangle patterns. So it can be normal, but the one thing that turns out when you take up a trade in triangle patterns is you end up making loss, loss, loss. So, how can you risk your hard earned money by drawing two lines that would constitute a triangle pattern and you guys believing that it actually works? At the last, you end up making loss, loss, loss. So, you have seen the traders or YouTubers telling you how to trade a triangle pattern. May say you just enter the trade after the breakout and keep your stop loss below the swing low. You have earned this, tried this, and you have made loss trading these triangle patterns. So, if this was so simple trading a triangle pattern, why could they even run a course telling you join my course and you can become a profitable trader when it is freely available in YouTube? What's the reason? So, there is something hidden truth. I will tell you the truth. When to trade a triangle pattern, like how to trade a triangle pattern, in what scenario you're gonna exclude trading a triangle pattern and save your capital from making loss, and you could also become a profitable trader. I hope you have liked this video and please do subscribe, and if you have learned something, please do let me know in the comment section and it would motivate me to bring up many videos. Thank you guys. Hello friends, I'm going to talk about 4 scenarios that can help you trade triangle patterns in a better way. Open YouTube and type in how to trade triangle patterns. So the YouTubers, or the traders that are gonna tell you is trade triangle patterns of the after the breakout. They're gonna tell you enter, then keep your stop loss at the low of the candle, and then wait for the target. Right? This is a normal scenario that happens when you trade a triangle pattern. So what happens for it when you trade like this? I could give an example by showing you a stock which I traded. So you see a simple triangle pattern, right, which constitute a resistance on the top, right, and and supports at the bottom. When you go to the daily time frame, what does the scenario says? When you enter the stock after the breakout and keep your stop loss below the candle low and wait for the target. The first target is still here, and then hoping to know that the trade would go on your side. What happens is it comes and it hits your stop loss, and then it goes to your profit level, right? So this is a normal scenario that would happen when you trade a triangle pattern like this. So how can you avoid this? So the first scenario here is when I enter a triangle pattern, I'm gonna keep my stop loss below swing low. Okay, how could I find a swing low? So you see a swing low over this place, right? So you see a swing low over this place at this place, but I cannot keep a swing low till here, right, of 15%. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to find the nearest swing low. So I could find a nearest swing low over this place, right? So I'm going to place my stop loss below this and wait for the target. You see, my target has been hit and I'm not worried about the stop loss, right? I'm not worried about the stock coming down after the breakout, isn't it? So this how you can overcome losses in trading triangle patterns. I can give you some of the examples. This is PGHL on daily time frame. So what do I see on the daily time frame? I just see a simple triangle pattern, right, over this place. And what happens after the breakout? If the breakout is at this place, right, and my stop loss could be this one, right, a candle low, and then so my target is at this level, and what happens? The stock comes and it hits my stop loss at this place, right? So most of the people would exit their trade, but what happens next? The stock goes up and then it gives you your profit, right? So this happens in the most of the scenario. So how can you overcome this? By doing one simple thing, by keeping a stop loss below the swing low. So where do I find the swing low? I find it exactly over this place, right? So now what happened? The stock didn't hit my stop loss, but it gave me a profit, right? So this can increase the chance of you not losing in triangle pattern. The second scenario is all about, say you find a triangle pattern. So this is a triangle pattern with resistance on the top side and supports at the bottom, right? You see a resistance, resistance, resistance at this place. So it is just looking like clear triangle pattern, right? So you see multiple touches on the downside as a as a support and multiple resistance on the top side. So how are you gonna trade this? I said right after the breakout you're gonna enter and keep your stop loss below the swing low. The swing low is exactly over this place, right? And then you're gonna hope for 1 or 2, 3 risk to reward. Then what happens? So you followed exactly the same way that I said you. Now there is a loss, right? You're gonna get the loss. So how to overcome this loss? The second scenario I'm talking about is after the stock has given a breakout, just watch out for the immediate resistance. So where I could find the immediate resistance, so I could find it exactly over this place. So when I go to the daily time frame, so I see a resistance at this place, right? So I see a resistance over here, I see resistance over here, I see resistance here also over this place. I see multiple resistance. So what happened next? It gave you a loss, right? So that's why what you're gonna do, you're gonna see the immediate resistance. If the immediate resistance is not at this place, then you can have an entry, then you can enter at this place. When you don't find an immediate resistance, then you can enter. When you find a resistance, stop trading the triangle patterns, enter after the resistance when it gives a breakout of the resistance. Okay, this is just the second scenario. So one of the few examples of the failures. Okay, so you see Renuka, that is one of the sugar company. Actually this is in the weekly time frame. So you see a simple resistance on the top side and the support on the downside, right? Where is your entry? Your entry is exactly here. And then what I said, to find out the lower, this can be a swing low. And then what happened? Your stop loss is not hit yet. Your stop loss is not hit here, right? And then you're gonna wait for the target of 1:2 or 1:3. What happens? See, the stock, is in continuous, is just consolidating, right? For what purpose it is consolidating? You can see an immediate resistance over this place. An immediate resistance over this place caused the stock to consolidate over this place. Okay, where you are supposed to enter after the resistance is broken. Understand, right? After the resistance is broken, you're gonna enter it exactly over this place. You're not supposed to enter it here because you find the immediate resistance over this place. That's simple, right? So next example. So this is IDFC First Bank. So what do you see on the IDFC First Bank? So you see this one, right? You see a simple triangle pattern over this place, right? A triangle pattern where resistance on the top side and supports at the bottom. So what many people would have done, they would have entered it exactly here and they would have kept a stop loss below the swing low. So as I said, keep your stop loss below the swing low, and what happens? The stock gave you a loss, right? How can you overcome this? By simple, you're gonna see here, you see a next resistance over this place, right? And then what happened? It took the resistance and many people entered here and the stop loss is exactly here and they have made a loss. Don't trade the stock that is giving you a breakout blindly. See for the next resistance and then you can enter the stock. How can I trade the stock? After it gives a breakout of this resistance, I can just plan my entry here and keep my stop loss here and hope for 1:3. So this is all about the second scenario. We'll go with the third scenario now. So the third scenario is one of the most important scenario that most of the YouTubers who are selling course does not want you to know about, is trading triangle patterns when it is an uptrend. Okay, what do I mean? So uptrend, you see an uptrend, right? I mean the stock is making higher highs and lower lows. So how to find an higher highs and lower lows? You just see, right? So this is just an higher highs, this is higher highs, right? And you see lower lows. So actually an uptrend. So how to trade a stock when it is an uptrend? Most of the people fear, right? The stock is at overbought zone and we have to sell the stock. No, we have to trade the stock which is an uptrend. So you see a consolidation, right? A form of triangle pattern over this place. So how are we gonna trade this? You're gonna just enter it exactly over this place and keep your stop loss below the swing low, and you're gonna hope for 1:3. Yeah, you got 1:3, right? After just 2 days of time. This is all about trading a stock when it is an uptrend. You have higher chance of your trade getting successful, so the stock will not consolidate much. Say it gives a breakout, right? Then stock goes up, the stock goes up and it's your target when it is an uptrend, but it cannot consolidate. When it is in an uptrend, it cannot consolidate and give a breakout. And then coming back to Gillette, what do you find on Gillette stock? You just see a simple triangle pattern over this place, right? So what do you see here? So where is your entry? Your entry is exactly here, and your swing low. I could find a swing low here. I go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, exact swing low over this place, and then 1:3, right? You just see the stock is in an uptrend, right? You just see the stock is in continuous uptrend, forming higher highs and lower lows, right? And then what happened? The stock went up, creating again and gave a breakout. Simple pattern, right? So this is how we could have made much more money trading a stock when it is an uptrend. Coming back to the Mankind Pharma. So what do you find on Mankind Pharma? So you see the stock is in uptrend, right? This is an uptrend. So where could we find an entry for the triangle pattern? You just see exactly over this place, right? The entry is exactly over this place. Your stop loss is below the swing low. You are hoping for 1:3. The stock gave us 1:3 of target. So this is all about you trading a stock that is in an uptrend, okay, which can give you higher chance and higher profit in trading triangle patterns, as well as your holding period for the trade will be limited. So the fourth scenario is trading triangle patterns that has a slow hedge. What do you mean by a slow hedge? A slow hedge is nothing but you see Vedanta Limited, on weekly time frame. So what do you see on this? You see a simple triangle pattern, right? When it has a sharp edge or slope on the downside, you see this here, right, at this place. Why I'm saying a slow hedge? Trading a slow edge means, say for example, my entry is after the breakout, right? And my stop loss, I can keep it exactly below this, okay? And I can hope for a target of more than this. So it can be more than 1:4, right? 1:4 or 1:5 risk to reward, right? So when you trading a triangle pattern that has a slow hedge, it means that you're gonna gain the risk to reward more than expected. So this is all about the example of Vedanta Limited. So the next example is Alchem Lab. So what do you see on the Alchem Lab? You see just simple this pattern or this. So what do you see? You see a small slope over this place, right? So this is an entirely triangle pattern, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and multiple supports on the downside, right? So how are you going to trade this? You're going to enter after the breakout, and you're going to keep your stop loss below this candle. And where's your target? Your target is exactly over this place, right? Over this resistance at this place, right? So you're gaining more than 1:3 risk to reward. So when you take a trade, when a triangle pattern has a slow edge or a slope edge, when you trade a triangle pattern that has a slope edge, one thing is your stop loss is less, your take profit is more than expected, and then the third reason is you can have a higher success rate in trading triangle patterns. If you follow this steps that I've shared you in this video, you can become a profitable triangle pattern trader. So if you've got any valuable insights in this video, please do mind subscribing and like the video and comment if you have any doubts, and please do share this video to your friends who are struggling in trading. I hope you understand. Thank you guys for watching.